Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and today I am deciding which plants are going to go outside and they're going to stay out there. This is my lettuce container that I have inside the house. It will be staying inside the house. But these sunflowers, they will be going outside. And these zinnias and purple cornflowers will also be going out. There are some lemon balms right here on the front, and I will have to go ahead and take them out also because they are connected to this tray. So that's why it's not good sometimes to put a different variety of seed in with a lot of, other varieties, because one may be ready at a time that the other one is not ready. So I am going to figure out what to do with this lemon balm that is at the front. There are also some onions right back there, and they are the what kind of onions are these? These are the spring onions. They are back there. So they will be also having to get a new home because this tray is definitely going outside today. So let's get started. Okay, y'all, we have been getting a lot of rain and everything has grown so much. I mean, it is just bursts of growth, and which I am really enjoying it. But on my tomatoes, I can see that I need to start to pruning them already. And, it's this early in the game and it's already time to start pruning. I'm going to show you what a difference the pruning can make and also what a difference the staking can make. Okay, on this particular tomato right here, I staked it and no, I didn't. I staked it, but I did not prune it. So it is standing up very straight because I staked it. But because I did not prune it, it does not look as neat as it could look, And that is one of the things about pruning your tomatoes. It's going to make them neater. Right here is already beginning to get the suckers in the armpits. I'm going to have to bring you all closer so that I can show you what the suckers in the armpits look like for those of you who are new and may not have ever seen what the suckers are. Okay, now this tomato I staked. This is a Paul Roaster. I staked it and I put this little clamp right here on it. But, I told you I didn't want any leaves too close to the ground. So these leaves have ended up close to the ground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to remove this one, and then it'll help you to be able to see what I'm doing better. Okay, I'm going to get this one out of the way. And these, I'm just using some garden scissors because this is what I found when I went inside to get my pruning shears. And this is what we're going to be using. Okay, now this one right here, you see that this leaf right here is in the way. I need to move this leaf so that you can see. I don't want to lose that leaf right there, though. Okay, this leaf right here is still hanging too low to the ground. Every time it rains, that water is going to be splashing up on it. You can tell that it has been splashing on it already. Got some water residue and a little mud on it. But every time it rains, it's going to get splashed, and so that can cause diseases. But this is a sucker. And as I said, the sucker likes to live in the armpits, and it will grow into this armpit. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove both. I could just remove this one and then leave the sucker and let it grow, because that sucker will go ahead and produce some fruit. Matter of fact, just for experiment's sake, because I've never done that before, I don't think, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave that one, since the sucker is, the other leaf that I cut was leaning into the mud and dirt. And so I don't want that. I don't want the leaves touching the soil if I can possibly help it. Because sometimes you may end up, it could be your main leaf, but that's not the case right now. So I just removed that one, and I'm going to leave the sucker. And there's a weed down there I need to extract. See if I can get it. Okay. I don't know if I got the root, but it looks better. And so now that plant looks much better. Don't have anything hanging to the ground. It is staked. So I'm gonna show you one now that is not staked. Okay, this is one that I stood next to the stake, but I did not stake it. So you can see that this plant is leaning all over to the side. It has grown, and there is some leaves hanging to the ground. Even if I stand it up, this plant is looking okay because it has already got flowers on it. But we can see that this was in the soil, and so it got splashed. So, but look at the stem. Look at the stem of the plant. The stem of the plant is not looking the best because the way that it was bent over, it started to grow like that. So now it's got a hump in it. So it's best to go ahead and start these plants out early, especially because you don't know how fast they're going to grow. And once it gets this rain, they're going to grow pretty fast. So that is what I'm about to do. I'm fixing to take care of some plants. There is a sucker in the armpit of this one already. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get that little sucker. It's really small. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. There's another one back there and another one. And so go ahead and get those suckers out and stand these plants up and stake them. And remove all the leaves that are hanging to the bottom in the soil. So that is what I am about to do. Okay, I went and found some tools that's gonna make this go a little bit faster for me. Found my little pruner snips, and then I got these that the little trash can ties. And you can also use these for tying up your tomatoes, tying them instead of, using the juke or using those little metal pins or clamps. So I'm gonna use these because I just did one and it was pretty fast. So I think I'm gonna try this and see how it works out. Sometimes you might have to go back and remove your stake and replace it, put it in a better spot closer to your plant because you don't want to stretch your plant to try to get to your stake or pull your stake over to meet your plant. You want to try to have them already close together so that whenever you're using whatever you're using, you won't have to have such a long one because these are pretty short. And even if you're using the clamps, you still want to have these stakes close to your plant. So now I am finished with one row. And another thing, whenever you're removing those suckers off of your plants, go ahead and try to, it's good to have a bucket or something. I didn't have anything right now, but I will get a bucket, and I will be putting a bucket close to me, so I'll go ahead and put my suckers in there. You don't want to have those laying in your garden because those can attract pests to your garden. They can also after laying there for a while in the water and in the soil, they can contract diseases that you can spread to your other plant. So go ahead and put those in a bucket so that you can take them and dispose of them somewhere else. So I talked about staking your tomatoes, but you're going to also want to go ahead and stake your peppers. And the peppers are about the same. It's the same. The peppers have about the same procedure as staking your tomatoes. You want to make sure that you trim off any of the leaves that are really hanging low to the bottom, and then you want to stake them to something secure to support them, because as your peppers grow, they will be getting heavier and they will be leaning over to the ground. So I have finished the first row, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stake another pepper right here and another tomato right here. And now I have found a space where I am going to be able to put about, I think about 6 more tomato plants. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that space. I'm going to have to dig it up, but it is going to be planted through the plastic also. But first I'm going to stake this tomato and this pepper. I've got them staked. I'm just going to go ahead and secure them to the stake. And I found that it works better when I take my gloves off, but I want to pick them up because I see a few ants down there. I don't want an ant to crawl up inside my glove. Okay, so I'm just going to take this twist tie around the pepper and around the pole, around my stake. And I'm going to secure it, but I'm going to leave just a little bit of slack in it so that the pepper or the tomato can go ahead and have a room to climb and not be broken or damaged while it's climbing, while it's growing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get another stake. Yeah, we've got a lot of rain, so it's kind of slippery over here in this area. It's kind of muddy. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this stake. I'm gonna try to put it as close as I can. Put it as close as I can to the tomato plant. And then I'm going to go ahead and secure the plant to the stake. And on this plant here, I still can remove some of these leaves if I have to. But I will remove these suckers that are in the armpits. And on some of these other tomato plants, I did go ahead and remove some of the leaves, like this leaf. I just removed it, but I left the sucker. So this is an experiment for me. And I remember that it's on this tomato plant that's on the end. And I just want to see how this tomato plant is going to do with me leaving the sucker and removing the leaf, especially since the leaf was hanging. And there's another one that I can do, and I can show you that this leaf was hanging more to the soil because, see, it has started to get that damage on it from laying so close to the soil. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to remove it also. I've already removed it. And I am going to let the sucker stay in place. And I'm going back and picking up some of my leaves. Okay, so on this particular plant right here, I went ahead and I put 2 of these little ties on there because it still was leaning over. So sometimes you may have to put more than 1 tie on there, but as you can see, I have one underneath one of my leaves, so I'll keep an eye on it. And when it starts to growing, and which it probably will be the next few days, because at the rate that these tomatoes are growing, I mean, they're growing really fast, y'all. So y'all keep an eye on your tomatoes. Go ahead and start to staking them. If you have not already started staking them, go ahead, put them on a stake and start getting those suckers off so that you won't have so much hard work to do during the summer months, because as the summer goes and these plants start growing, they will get wild and crazy. So if you have never grown tomatoes before, don't let yourself get caught up in a whole lot of extra work when you can go ahead and take care of it early and remove a few suckers and stake your plants up. Because after those plants start to doing what they want to do, they become unruly and you won't be able to do anything with them. They'll be leaning all over and have humps in them and everything. So just go ahead and start now, if you haven't already started, to staking up your tomatoes and getting those suckers off and taking control of your tomato plants. So I'm gonna let you see what it's looking like over here since I have done most of the work that I need to do in this area. I have staked these tomatoes up, and I have removed a lot of the bottom leaves from them that was hanging in the soil, also from the pepper plants, because they will be needing that same treatment, but I still need to put a stake on this one. And I have removed those bottom ones from this pepper plant, and it is tied to the stake, and so is this one. And this tomato plant is also tied to a stake. But I wanted to show you on one of the pepper that the peppers, well, two of the pepper plants already have peppers on them. And I did not notice this until today. This area here, I still need to remove these bottom ones from this one. And see, that kind of cleans the plant up, gives the plant some air at the bottom of the plant so the air can circulate. And then I will come back in and remove these suckers. That's a sucker right there in the armpit. And there is one in this armpit also. And there's a very, very small one. See with my hand. Okay, there's a very, very small one right there. I'm going to go ahead and remove that one. And then I'm going to tie this one to the stake. Or I can use one of these clamps, since I got my clamps hanging right here. So I can, but I don't know. That stem is looking like it's maybe too big already. Well, it held on for now. So I was able to get that to hold on. But you don't want to choke that plant out. And that was, to me, too tight. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do something else to that instead of... You can do that when they're smaller. But once the stem starts to get big, you need to try and find something else. So I will go back and get one of those little ties and tie around it where I can loosen it up. But I want to show you the peppers on the plant. Now this tomato plant right here, I'm going to have to move the stake over closer to the plant. And this stem may be small enough where I can put this around this and it still have some room. It's not too tight. So I would have to still remove this bottom one right here. Take it off. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just cleaning up around these plants and staking them. But there is a pepper on this plant. There are flowers on the plant for more peppers, and there is a small pepper on this plant. So y'all, these plants are really ready to grow. That's why I was eager to go ahead and bring the plants that are inside outside, because they're doing good in there on the grow station. But now, since it has warmed up and been raining, they need to get outside where they can get some of this rain and sunshine, and they can really put on some growth. So if you got plants that they are able to get outside, go ahead and get those plants outside. I'm over here by my stackable that I previously had the strawberries in, and all of my strawberries have died except 2. And I found out what the reason was, and it was ants. Ants had totally taken this over and were eating at the roots of those strawberry plants. And so I just took the rest of the strawberries out, the plants out, and I just threw them right down there, which I will be putting them in the compost because they are no good. But these 2 survived. There's one, and then there is one right there at the bottom. So those are the only 2 that survived, and I'm thinking about taking them out too. I think I will. I think I'll take them out, put them in another spot, And then I will fill this up with some flowers. I'll just put flowers in here for the time being instead of putting any food in this tower right here. I'm happy to see that the ants did not bother this container with my strawberries in it, because they look good. And this is what the strawberries look like in the raised bed, and they look great. And these are the contender string beans that I planted last week, and they're coming along wonderfully. Okay, now we'll harvest a few items for lunch. I'm gonna get some of this spinach. Now remember, the more that you harvest your spinach and your lettuces, the more they will grow. That's why they are cut and come again. I'm gonna get some out of this other bed also. Okay, that is my spinach leaves. I'm gonna harvest some of this romaine. Harvest some of this bronze beauty lettuce, and I'm gonna try to take most of it off the top. These are some tender leaves right here. Let me just grab them up like that. I'm gonna get this also. This one is, well, this one is the bronze beauty. This one was the Chadwick. My knife out. I'm just gonna grab it like that. I'm gonna come around to this side and get some of this tender lettuce before it starts to bolt. We don't want that. We don't want to just let our lettuce just go to seed and we not get a chance to enjoy it. So I'm gonna take most of this. I gotta get that soil off. Then I got some more down here that is so crunchy and crisp. I'll take some of this. It would be better if I had my knife out here, but I don't, so go ahead and get some of this right here. It looks like the other one, but it's a different variety. The other one was Chadwick's. Take some of those. Okay, so that's a nice salad bowl, but I don't think I'm finished because I saw some choy over here that I want. And I definitely need to harvest this because it is going to seed. It has some little seeds that form right out here on top. So I'm going to get this choy. I'm going to put it in my salad. And it's gonna give me a nice crunch. put off some more of this beautiful choy until it gets too hot. So we're going to try to enjoy it for as long as we can. Okay, so I'm putting this right here on top. So I think that's going to be all of the lettuces. I think. Uh-oh, no, I see something else I want. Okay, I need some of this. Get some of these outside leaves. I don't know. I'm getting greedy over here. I'm thinking I might need to get it all. But now I'm going to leave some so that it can go ahead and make more. Get one more leaf. Okay, so now that is going to be a wonderful salad. Once I give me some carrots. Now this is a carrot bed that I have not been harvesting off of, but I came through here and I saw that, y'all, I still haven't harvested this romaine. I can't get it right now, but I saw that there was some carrots in here and they looked like they were growing weird. Look at this. Look like some legs, some bow legs at that. Okay, so we're gonna eat that. But that's why I decided, I said, let me get these carrots because they seem like they're growing kind of funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest them. See if this one's big enough. Feels like it's big enough. They all have, well now that's another one that's kind of funny shaped. But we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna slice them up. Now that one's better. Y'all, now that I'm pulling them, I'm thinking that I should go in and roast them. Let's see. I don't want to get any really small. That's why I'm feeling around the tops. That's how you feel around the tops. If you've never harvested your carrots before, you can feel around the tops and kind of tell if it's going to be, you know, what size it's going to be. And see, I could tell that this one was kind of nice. The ones next to it, okay, this one feels like it might be okay. Okay, it's nice for roasting. And see, if I go ahead and get these out, then I can be ready to plant something else in this space. After I've had a delicious roasted carrot meal. These are small. I don't know, that one feels okay. It's gonna get roasted. That is not enough. Okay, now since I've started, I might as well go ahead. I don't know. Should I leave these? I guess I'll leave those few. Let me feel and see what this feels like. Okay, I'm going to leave the rest of them. I still got room to plant a tomato plant or something right there. Okay, so this is what we ended up with out of this bed. But we're going to go see if we can get just a few more. Because these go fast when you roast them. Uh-oh, I just heard a big thunder. So I don't know. Where there's thunder, there's more. Ooh, that cloud looking really dark over there. Okay, I'm going to try just a few in this bed. I'm just going to try and see if I can get just a few over here. I don't see any that even look like they're big enough. These all look small, and they just started to getting some size on them because these haven't been that long got planted. I see these little bolly bugs over here having a good time eating on my celery. And roly-polies, they're working on my celery in there. So I might have to come and put some on this bed because I got this bed kind of crowded. It's gonna be a while before I can get any of this stuff out because I got these radishes planted down here on the end, but they are really producing slowly. And I really am ready for them to produce because right now would be a good time to get some radishes to go with these carrots. Let me try. These are the, let's pull, I hate to pull one and don't have nothing on the bottom. There's nothing on the end of it. There's a lot of radish leaves, but there aren't any radishes. So we're gonna let that bed alone and go to check out one more bed. Okay, this is the bed I'm gonna check out to see if it has any radishes in here. And I should have had my gloves and my shovel because this bed is the bed that I always have a little rabbit jumping out at me. So this is some Swiss chard right here. This is going to seed. I need to tear these off so that this will not have a chance to get bitter on me before I can come back and harvest this Swiss chard because I most definitely want to eat it. I'm gonna give these to the chickens. Put them right there for right now. I got a lot of other stuff to pick up, give to the chickens. I would not give my chickens those tomato plants though. Okay, let's see if I can get some decent sized carrots out of here. I'm just gonna start pulling. I don't have time to be trying to. Whew, what's this biting on me? Something biting my ankle. Okay, we're coming out of this bed because I need to get over here and see if an ant done got in my boot. Okay, I got out. I didn't see nothing, so I'm back. I just wanted to get some nice carrots. So. Okay, I don't see any that look like they are ready. But, yeah, I do have 2 more carrot beds, which I know one's probably not ready, but one should have something in it. So, y'all, let's go over here to another carrot bed. Okay, y'all, I just heard another big boom of lightning, so let's do this real quickly. Just go ahead and pull some. They're small, so I'm gonna leave these alone. Yeah, let those, I can get that to the chickens. Now that was better. See, that's giving me hope to go ahead. That was not, so I'm gonna get that to the chicken. All right, I'm not gonna keep pulling these out and wasting up my carrots. That one was better. This is enough to roast. I'm gonna roast these, and I am going to check on this bed over here next to it. Let's check this bed. Yeah, I'm trying to get a good lunch. I got a lot of salad, but now I want, I'm gonna have them and put some tomatoes and, okay, this is some of those purple carrots right here. That's gonna be nice to have a couple of those purple ones in there. They're small though. I'd like to get a big, oh, that was too small. Those are pretty though. Let me see what this one feels like before I pull it now. It's small. It's a little bigger. Okay, we're gonna let those grow some more because we want to get a chance to enjoy some of these when they get bigger. Yeah, those are all small. So we're gonna let them grow some more. So we're gonna wash these up really good and we're gonna roast them, and then I'm gonna make a salad and enjoy hopefully a rainy evening with my children. So I hope that you all have enjoyed the video today and that you'll give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. And hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.